Finance Department. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to the presentation of Finance Department. And my name is Tom and my partner is mine. Today we're gonna give you a presentation about Japan to consider whether our company should expand the business internationally. And our presentation is divided into three main parts. The first is the overview of Japan, the second is the cultural values, and the final one is the communications. So let's begin. About the overview, you may know that Japan is a very famous as one of the most rapidly developing technology industries. You can see on the picture is about the Asimo robot, a very famous invention of the Japan in the first year of the 21st century. About the population, Japanese occupy more than 98.5% of the population, and following by the Korean and the Chinese. And the main currency of Japan is they use the yen as the main currency for buying and selling goods. And Japan use three types of their language, which are hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And it's on for the overview. And now let's move on to the second, which is the cultural values. According to the Offstate 2015, now I will analyze mainly the first five dimensions of the cultural values. And for the power distance, you can see Japan got 54, which is an intermediate score. So that the Japan is a borderline hierarchical society. Yes, Japanese are very awareness of their hierarchy. However, it is not as much of the other Asian country. For the individualism, Japanese just got 46, which means that they have many characteristics of the collectivism society. It means that they work for their group and put the benefits of a group above the benefits of individual. For masculinity, Japan got very high point 95, which means that the society rely on the competition. They are likely to compete with each other, and they are very strong to survive, to overcome their problem like earthquake, tsunami, and typhoon. For the uncertainty avoidance, Japan is one of the most uncertainty avoiding countries in the world. And as you may know that Japan facing with many threats, like I said before, the tsunami, volcano, earthquake. So the people are well prepared themselves to survive in such circumstances. Not only for that, they also prepare for their social activity, for their workplace. And finally, the long-term orientation. Japan got 88 score for this point, which means that they focus on the long-term goal rather than the short-term goals. And the Japanese, they very want to expand their horizon, expand their careers. And that's on the thing of my presentation. Please welcome Miss Mai. She will give you a speech for the greetings.
Hello everyone. I'm going to show you how Japanese greeting each other like bowing and exchange business cards. In business world, when dealing with Japanese people, the most concerning thing is the bow, how Japanese bow, and how Japanese exchange business card and gift giving, which is a must in the Japanese. In this presentation, I only focus about bowing and exchange business card. The gift giving is not my topic, so if you want to research it, you can research it online. Firstly, about bowing. In Japanese people are very traditional and they expect that everything will be perfect. And if you cannot do anything perfect, and they suggest do it at all. But when we go to Japan and do business, Japanese people don't expect foreigners to know how to bow directly. You can, but if you want to improve your impression session with them, you can learn how to bow. Now I will show you how to do the bow correctly. Firstly, if there's many degrees, 5, 10, 15, 30, and 45, 5 degrees, you hand in front of you, if you are a woman and man on the side of your side. Then not 5 degrees when you meeting with friend or someone you know. If you bow 50 degrees, it's emphasize that you more respect and you can show it to someone you don't know or someone you meet, someone your acquaintance, someone you meet on the street. 50 degrees. 30 degrees is for your friend and from the senior manager or your boss or thank you or something. 30 degrees is for men. And for women, it's like hand in front of right side on top, right hand on top. And 45 degrees is only for apologizing because it shows more respect. And like they say, if you want to sorry about your act or something, you can bow it 45 degrees. The next one is exchange business card. When after you greeting them, bowing, and you can exchange your business card. You take it off your pocket and don't give it to them just by one hand. Give it to them by two hands and hold the top left corner of your card, showing it outside forward because they want to see your name and your company name on the card. And when you receive the business card from them, you can hold it with two hands. It shows that you respect their card. And don't put it in your pocket right away. You can look at it and maybe you appreciate if you say something nice about the card, like what the company, how nice is the card. And then you can now put it in your case and put it in your front pocket. If you are a man, if you are a woman, you can put it in your purse. One thing is you must not put business card into your back pocket if you are a man, because business card for Japanese people is like present their face and like human. If you put it in back pocket, they might think it like you rubbing their ass in their face. So it's forbidden. You shouldn't do that. Next one, Miss How will present her attitude.
Good morning. And as you all know that Japan is highly structured and traditional societies, and great importance is placed on loyalty, politeness, personal responsibilities, and on everyone that working together within the group. And we are Australian company, and we come from very different cultures. So understanding and being aware of the cross-cultural difference is very necessary in order to gain the success. And in the meetings and negotiations, first you should greet the senior employee first, then the other descending order. And usually in the negotiation and meetings, senior employees will be there as a representative of the company, and the other lower one will be responsible for talking and negotiating with you. And this is four main things that you need to consider and know when you join in the meetings and negotiations with Japanese. First of all is the Japanese are very detail-oriented. Be sure that you ready and confident to with the particular expertise before you come into the meetings, because you have to handle all the questions that you may receive from the audience. And if you just think like if you cannot answer the question, that you look very unprofessional, and how can they accept to do business with you? And be sure that you bring enough information, including company, service, product, and proposal. And next, the Japanese like to dealing with quiet, sincere, and compromising individual. It means that early on the negotiation, that always remain humble, indirect, and non-threatening. It means that if you have any concession, be sure that you hold off until the end of the meeting. And if during the meetings, if anything that goes so quiet, do not panic, because for Japanese, silence is considered a virtue, and you should never interrupt or break the silence, just show your respect to the others. And finally, it's the very small things, but it's very important that so you should try to avoid using flashy pens or article of clothing. You should not write in red ink. Instead of that, you use blue or black pens. And so let's come to conclusion. As our companies have realized the great opportunities in expand business in Japan, and the important thing is we should be aware and have highly awareness about the cross-cultural difference in order to enhance the business trip and maximize the potential. And this is the end of our presentation. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.